Well, hello everyone, this is Dave Strong from the Schmidt Music Saxophone Shop, and one of the questions I've been asked the most so far is how do you play fast? How do you play fast lines? How do you work on a really fast piece of music? And, it's a pretty simple answer and kind of a boring answer, but the answer is playing slow and playing with a metronome. And the more you can perfectly practice something slow and then slowly speed it up little by little, the better you're going to have muscle memory. And with jazz improv or with fast pieces or a classical piece or any of that, you want to get to the point where you're not thinking about what you're playing. The muscle memory, your brain is just tuned in to your fingers, just do the work without you almost thinking about it. So let's talk about that a little bit. So as I mentioned before, metronome. This is really important. This is going to help you stay in time. It's going to help you learn to have consistent time. It's also going to keep you on track as you're slowly speeding that up from practicing it very slowly to practicing it quickly. Now, one of the reasons I really like a metronome is I find that when I'm trying to practice something fast, I play a little frantic, and I might actually rush or drag while I'm practicing. Now, doing something like that, sure, I played a lot of fast notes, but my time was terrible. So if I want to work on my time, and I click on something like this, so I click on the metronome, it's giving me a steady tempo there. I'll set that right in front of me here. That's keeping me on track. And if I speed up or slow down, I immediately know it because I'm getting ahead of or behind the metronome. I always call it my lie detector. If I think I can play something with good time, this tells me whether I really can or not. The other advice on playing fast is start slow. Start slower than you think you need to. I can't tell you how many students or colleagues I've heard practice. They're trying to play something fast and it's where really what you need to do is with that metronome, so do it over and over again. My rule is I try not to move the metronome any faster until I can play it pretty much perfectly 5 times. So 5 times pretty much nailed, and then I'll eke it up a few beats per minute. And then when I can do that consistently 5 times, then I'll do a little more. And this is a really good way to just really train your brain to do it without thinking and to train it to do it correctly. Really, if you think about it, if you're practicing mistakes, like my example before, if I keep messing up and I keep repeating that mistake because I'm taking it too fast, I'm attaching that muscle memory, and I'm attaching the muscle memory of playing it wrong. And so sure, I'm practicing, but what am I practicing? I'm practicing making mistakes. And so the human brain is really adaptable that way. If you practice playing it perfect, you're going to start playing it perfect. If you practice making mistakes and tripping over yourself, you're going to learn to do that. And that's going to be really hard to break out of the habit of. So it might seem boring at first, but it's way better than making mistakes over and over and over and then trying to dig yourself out of that hole. Now, as far as jazz improvisation and lines, what I'd say is you take a line, you get it up to speed, same way with the metronome getting faster and faster, and then you practice it in all 12 keys. So pick something pretty simple at first, but try to learn it in all 12 keys and try to start slow and get it up to a faster tempo. Again, always with the metronome. So yeah, all through the keys, all through all 12 keys. Again, that's going to make you more and more versatile. So when you see a chord change that lick attaches with, or when you see a pattern that's going to fit it, it doesn't matter whether you're in B flat or F sharp or E flat or D flat or any of that. You have that muscle memory and you have some vocabulary throughout all 12 keys. That's going to be really important when it comes to moving past stuff like the blues scale or those pentatonics and moving into stuff where you're doing some more bebop lines or some more traditional jazz kind of stuff. So yeah, that's about it. There's no big secret, but it is something I have to tell myself all the time. I will start practicing something too fast and realize I'm not being accurate and say, whoa, I need to slow things down, make sure I get it perfect, practice it first the right time. And once I get myself into that mode, that's when I notice I'm making some real progress. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, any requests for future videos, as always, please reach out to me in the comments below or at the saxophone shop at schmidtmusic.com. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.